Hello and welcome to Citi Sports Roundup with me, Benjamin Nketia. Coming up, Assistant Black Stars coach Didi Dramani explains why local players were exempted for the squad for this month's AFCON qualifier. Also, CAF President Patrice Motsepe confident Africa will win the World Cup in the near future. And Romelu Lukaku to return to Chelsea at the end of the season. Let's get to the details of our stories now. Now, President of the Confederation of African Football, Patrice Motsepe, believes that Africa must take motivation from Morocco's incredible journey at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. The North Africans made history after progressing to the semi-finals of the World Cup to become the first African country to reach that stage of the global football competition. Motsepe is confident that Africa's objective of winning a FIFA World Cup in future will come to fruition. He made these comments at a CAF event where he conferred CAF's President's Outstanding Achievement Award for the year 2022 to His Excellency President Paul Kagame of Rwanda and His Majesty King Mohammed VI of Morocco in Kigali, Rwanda.
Now, all of us remember that that Morocco in the World Cup made history. The national team of Morocco was not just playing for the people of Morocco, but they were also playing for every one of the 54 nations in Africa. And their historic performance and their historic success is an encouragement, is a motivation to every one of the nations on the African continent. Africa has got a proud history of producing some of the best players on the continent, some of the best players who've achieved at the highest level in the world in private in football in Europe and elsewhere. And we remain absolutely confident as football in the continent that this objective that we've set ourselves, it used to be a dream, but Morocco has shown us that we are nearer to realizing the dream than we thought many, many years ago. We have set a clear objective as African football, that one of our main objectives is to make sure that in the near future, a nation from Africa, one of our nations on the African continent, will indeed win and be victorious at the highest level in the world and be champions of the FIFA World Cup.
Now, Assistant Black Stars head coach Masood Didi Dramani has explained the exclusion of local players in the squad for the 2023 AFCON qualifiers against Angola. Following Chris Hughton's announcement of his 25-man squad for this month's games, many Ghanaians raised concerns about why the team did not include any local players. Now, according to Didi Dramani, the reasoning behind the technical team selection is to continue building on the team chemistry.
I wouldn't know what you are talking about, because you are talking about something that has to do with a team. And the Blasters is a team that stands, in progress. And so the team will continuously be very consistent in their approach. The team is a work in progress. And so what you find now is actually what is needed at the shortest possible time and in the longest possible time. In this era, you need to look at for things that will give you immediate team structure, and you don't have time. The team is playing on Thursday and playing on Monday, so there's no time for you to be thinking about processes where you need players to have the chance to have strong integration and then adaptation. This is not a time to be thinking about. This is the time to be thinking about who to bring, and then immediately you will be able to get what you need. There's no time in this period. These periods are very short-lived, and so we need to acknowledge, the importance of the timelines.
Executive Council member of the Ghana Football Association, Samuel Nimado, says the new direction of the Black Stars after the appointment of Chris Hughton will be interesting. The GFA last month announced Hughton as the new Black Stars gaffer, and his first task will be to lead the team against Angola in a double-header. According to him, the 64-year-old should be able to stamp his authority on the team to enable them produce results.
The new direction of the FA, the new direction of the technical director, the head coach, is going to be interesting. A lot is expected of him. A lot is expected of the players to deliver. They themselves, they know that the nation is expecting a lot from them, that we are clamoring for us to win the AFCON, at least, and qualify to the next World Cup. And all of them have seen that if you play well for the national team and you shine, it really helps you. So you can see these days the players themselves want the national team more than anybody. So if you have the opportunity and you come, and then luckily for you have a new coach, you are supposed to develop. You are supposed to win his heart. You are supposed to win his love with your hard work and commitment. So I'm expecting the players to deliver for him. When it comes to the coach himself, I won't say much, but I expect him to be the man who will do things that will make everybody happy. He will take decisions that will make everybody happy. He will take decisions that will make the nation happy. The national team is for the nation. It's not for the GFA. It's not for anybody. It's for the nation. So a coach must know how to satisfy the main actors. It's the nation first. The coach should be able to do things that will make the nation happy. The coach should not be doing things that will let people talk about him too much, because unfortunately our people talk. Our people like talking. Some of us don't subscribe to it, but there's nothing you can do. So as the coach, you must be able to make sure you take decisions that will make the talking come less.
Business Development Manager at FC Samatex, Paul Anyaba, has called on the Ghana Football Association and media partner StarTimes to fix Bet Power Ghana Premier League games at appropriate times to help boost attendance at league venues. Anyaba was speaking in an exclusive interview with Citi Sports as poor attendance at league games continue to dominate the headlines in the country. He also gave his take on what the GFA must do to boost attendance at league venues.
The GFA can look at match scheduling. Sometimes it is empty bravado to try to pick up fights against people you can never overpower. We know how the advanced leagues are gaining grounds among the youth of today. So I don't think it is proper that you fix your biggest game Kotoko has at a time that Liverpool and Man U or Real Madrid or Barcelona are playing, when you know that a lot of the Ghanaian youth are hooked to these La Liga and EPL leagues. So we need to look at issues of scheduling. And then not only that, how we even schedule the TV, the games that are telecast. You see, ever since this crusade came, I would have thought that the GFA in conjunction with StarTimes would have then sat down and said, okay, we are having issues of low patronage at some centers. However, there are few centers that are recording quite a huge number. And of course, because of the setting, the venue and the capacity, you will see that people have filled the stadium. Why not take our cameras there?
You are watching Citi Sports Roundup on Citi TV with me, Benjamin Nketia. When we return, we'll bring you some more stories. Welcome back. This is Citi Sports Roundup on Citi TV. My name is Benjamin Nketia. Let's do some more stories. Now, CEO for Iru Engineering Kishi Tomoyoki, partners of Ghana Premier League side Accra Great Olympics, says they plan on leveraging on Jindo Morishita's presence in the Ghana Premier League to have more Japanese patronizing the local game. Morishita joined the Premier League side from Division 1 League side Ebusua Dwarfs on a permanent deal in the last transfer window and has featured twice this season for the Dade Boys. Now speaking to Citi Sports, Tomoyoki hopes more Japanese football fans will troop to the stadium for the rest of the games.
Actually, I came here 2 times now, so I don't know about a Ghana Football League, but now I'm excited about Jindo is playing here, so I'm happy some of the Japanese people knows about Ghana Football League. I hope the more Japanese people come to watch the game. Yeah. Because of Jindo is playing. Yeah. Yes. That's what I hope. Yeah. Especially we don't know about the football much better, but I know his character. He loves Ghana since last season. Yeah.
Chapters Committee Chairman for Accra Hearts of Oak, Elvis Herman Hesse, has remained tight-lipped on the future of unsettled head coach Slavko Matic following his absence in the dugout for their last 2 Premier League games. Now, a section of fans expressed their frustration at the team's performance by halting the Serbians' training session some weeks ago at the Pobiman Sports Complex prior to their Super 2 clash against arch-rivals Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Now, speaking to Citi Sports, Herman Hesse stated the top hierarchy of the club and the supporters front will soon settle on a decision regarding the future of Matic.
The Slavko Matic issue has become an issue for the management and the board of the club. We at the supporters level will be waiting patiently for the board and the management to communicate to us because it's a contractual issue. So I know for sure that the board is handling the issue very well, and very soon they will communicate to the NCC and the general public. So I wouldn't have a lot to say about it, but I know for a fact also that until the board settles whatever differences they have with the coach, Coach Oklu, the assistant coach, will continue to perform that role until either Slavko comes back or another coach is appointed, or Oklu is asked to continue. That is purely the work of management and the board. Our role is to assist and to ensure that we support our club at all times. In Accra Hearts of Oak, or in Real Madrid and in Barcelona, in big clubs across the world, coaches would not be given enough time to settle. That is the fact. Coaches themselves, when they are signing contracts for such big clubs, they know that they wouldn't be given enough time. The supporters will not be patient with them because, like you just alluded, Coach Boedu, did a lot in 2 years. And so if any coach is taking over from Coach Boedu, definitely he has to either do more than Coach Boedu did, or he should be able to be at par with Coach Boedu. So the supporters will not be patient with you. And unfortunately for Coach Matic, he didn't create that kind of rapport with the supporters. He didn't create a good relationship with the supporters. Some of his post-match interviews were a bit harsh on the supporters, and I think it's all part of the reasons that the supporters did not give him enough time.
La Liga has announced its intention to introduce its grassroots program to Ghana. At a press briefing held in Accra, the press was introduced to the grassroots concept and how it can benefit Ghanaian football. There's more in the following report by Citi Sports' Edem Kai.
La Liga Grassroots is an initiative to export the La Liga style and technical know-how to improve the quality of football players and coaching around the world. So far, the program has impacted at least 200,000 players, 25,000 coaches in 48 countries, through 640 unique projects handled by 900 La Liga coaches. The Spanish league stands tall amongst Europe's top 5 leagues when it comes to player development, with 15% of all minutes in the league played by academy products. As a matter of fact, Athletic Club, Real Sociedad, and Celta de Vigo lead in minutes for academy players, with 3 other La Liga clubs also in the top 15.
When we arrived on Monday, our first point of call was to the president of the GFA, Mr. Kotoreko, to discuss with him on how La Liga and the Ghana Football Association can partner towards the development of football in Nigeria, in Ghana, particularly at grassroots level. We also visited the Minister for Youth and Sports, which we also discussed the same thing. So hopefully we are able to work out some sort of working arrangement, and in very soon you start seeing some of these projects being carried out here in Ghana. We've done some of this stuff in Nigeria and some other parts of Africa, but we are keen to actually start with Ghana because Ghana is a very, very important country to La Liga and the La Liga project. So,
speaking at the media engagement event, country manager of La Liga Nigeria and Ghana, Desmond Chidi, touched on the importance of the initiative for the clubs.
Here for the grassroots program is for player, like you said, is for player development to start with one, and also to unearthing young talent. And it's a very important tool as well for the clubs, because the clubs are part of the reason why we are here. I know for a fact that I have some we've been speaking to some clubs who have shown interest in Ghana and Nigeria, and we are having conversations with them that they love what we are doing and they want to be part of our vision and our dream. So to answer that question, it is part of the process, because at the end of the day, what we are doing here is for the clubs, and also give the players the opportunity to be seen, so that the clubs can take a look at the players and have the opportunity to engage them, and have the opportunity so that the players can stand the opportunity to be able to have the chance to play overseas and abroad, and the case may be.
Ayodeji Adegbono, La Liga Nigeria and Ghana Project Communications Manager, also emphasized the importance of giving young footballers a good foundation from the very beginning.
We need to build from ground up. Football is dynamic these days. It's gone scientific. So you see big clubs all around the world signing kids as young as 10, 11, 12. That is the age it starts. So for us here in Africa, it's not enough where a player of course, our players are naturally talented. But sometimes when they start getting their proper footballing education at age 17, age 18, it's already too late. So for players from this continent to be able to reach the top of their potential, be at par with the best players all across the globe, their footballing education has to start way younger, from age 8, age 9, age 10. Coupled with their natural talent, of course, it will make them world beaters.
He went on to indicate that La Liga has more in store for Ghana.
Don't get me wrong. La Liga Grassroots is not the only plan we have for Ghana. But we've just had to share this with you today, because in the coming months, you are going to be seeing a lot under this particular project. But this is not the only program we have for Ghana. Take, for instance, we are in Ghana this week. We are having an event with you, the media, today. Is it tomorrow? Tomorrow evening, we have an event with corporate Ghana, corporate organizations, business types on tomorrow. On Monday, we had meetings with institutions. I mean, when it comes to football in Ghana, the two main institutions are the GFA and the Sports Ministry. And of course, on Sunday, we're having the viewing party for the fans. So basically, in 1 week, we've covered different stakeholders, corporate organizations, the media, the institutions, and the fans. So we have different programs and activities and projects we can do in this country that we have been doing in the last 2 years.
La Liga will also host a party for the fans at the Accra Polo Club, which will culminate in a viewing experience of the latest edition of football's greatest rivalry, El Clasico, where Barcelona will hope to extend their lead on eternal rivals Real Madrid.
That's all for today's edition of Citi Sports Roundup here on Citi TV. For more sports stories, log on to citisportsonline.com. My name is Benjamin Nketia, and many thanks for watching.